Hello, welcome to today's reading. It's going to be very different than what I've done for YouTube in the past. This is actually my personal reading and extending into anybody who's in the same energy as myself right now. I'm in the energy of I live in the United States and I do feel a little bit confused and uneasy about the future. It's a lot of uncertainty. And so the vibe that I really want to get is I'm just looking for guidance and maybe some general reassurance from the universe. Just tell me it's going to be okay. Or what to do if it's not. Okay, one card from this oracle deck. Boy, this deck is going to be so important right now. Growth, the growth card. Ooh, I'm going to read from this book. Growth, it says, crows become more vocal and aggressive when it's time for the young ones to learn how to fly. This is a pivotal moment in the young bird's life, and once this lesson has been mastered, the world becomes so much greater. You too may be at a crucial moment, and the lesson may be difficult at first, but once you understand it, a new world will open to you. Growth directs your attention to areas of your life that have become remarkably different as a result of gaining a skill or understanding that you did not possess it in the past, or understanding that you did not possess in the past. That's weird. Let me reread that. Growth directs your attention to areas of your life that have become remarkably different as a result of gaining a skill or understanding that you did not possess in the past. For example, learning a new language may have opened the door to new opportunities. Developing an understanding of your triggers that lead to sabotaging behavior or habits can help you overcome a block that once created stagnation. You may pull this card if you are on the cusp of a growth spurt, as a change that will move your life in a new direction is approaching. Okay, well, in times of confusion, as much as we hate it, they are periods of growth. Okay. It's a beautiful card. I got to decide in this reading if I'm this crow or if I'm this bird who's about to fly, right? I feel like, it's meant for this here. Okay. What other cards do we have coming out for us? Us in the sense of those who are in this energy. We've got Temperance and the Seven of Wands reverse. Okay. Seeing a need to balance some things. Almost like a battle is coming to an end, actually. Like the battle is behind you or recently completed. King of Pentacles, reverse. Like a lack of feeling secure. That definitely aligns with the vibration I'm feeling. A lot of uncertainty. And the uncertainty around security, which is how I view this King of Pentacles here, especially in reverse, it speaks to the uncertainty around that security. And it's creating emotional challenges because, it feels, it's emotional. It feels like a roller coaster. Chariot upright. More balance. But a lot of setting boundaries and a lot of energy, like taking charge to create balance. Ooh, two cards coming out. Four of Wands reversed. What was this? Princess of Wands upright. Ooh, lots of passion and fire there. like, so this for me is very consistent with my thoughts right now, and maybe the thoughts of those of you who are, this is your reading, like a difficult time envisioning this kind of perfect future, or possibilities that will be hopeful, and instead it's replaced with this anger, this passionate anger, and like feeling like a lot of my energy is in a mental space right now, reeling about what, how this is could impact me and my people and my life, and feeling, you know, just really a lack of fairness around it. Yeah, this is definitely my energy. I don't know if this is anyone else's. Weird to put your personal reading on the internet, maybe. If you share my experience, maybe not. Okay, I'm going to pull some clarification cards here. I mean, I think this is very clear to me. This is about creating balance I read this as creating balance and space wherever I can to control what I can control. Create some sort of plan, boundaries, you know, anything around job, making money, financial security, those sorts of things. Like not really getting in there and changing things up and fighting for what's mine or those sorts of things, not really putting the energy in there, more putting the energy into establishing a very well thought out and smart, conservative financial plan for myself and my family to create whatever harmony I can, to create whatever peace that I can create for myself. So if things get rocky or unpredictable, if, say, for instance, there's a lot of fluctuation in prices that impact my ability to spend or anything like that, like focus on the basics first and make sure that those are secure, and then almost like shifting a mindset to, you know, the luxuries are the luxuries, and if they become too expensive, or if I feel that they're contributing to, you know, a structure that I'm not personally supportive of right now, that I can take a step back and control my spending in a way that I think is right for me. So I like this. It feels like advice on just like kind of taking a step back and checking how everything is going and making sure you have a plan for how to move forward and make yourself feel like you have this a safety net almost, you know, a plan going in. There may not be a lot of extra funds, but there's a plan for how to cover the basics. I just got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, all of them in reverse, every single one. I don't think these are the cards for this reading. King of Pentacles here in reverse, though. That feeling of I need clarity on this feeling of a kind of lack of security in general. Like we started here, but how to help myself, or how to help ourselves, for those of us in the energy, in not allowing this to really impact our emotions so much. And we have Apprentice of Wands. So this is very much here, going back and making a plan for something new. Almost like this is really seeking something completely new or different. It might be learning a new skill to add that. It might be doing a side hustle. It might be it's something new. Starting something new is going to help contribute to this, kind of righting this ship. I've also got the 5 of Stones. So really just not focusing on what could go wrong with the Ace of Cups in reverse. So just really protecting your emotional energy and not focusing on the possibilities of what could go wrong. I keep leaning very heavily back here. I almost want to bring Temperance to the front here, because this is very strong energy here and kind of bringing some plan forward to bring some sort of harmony and peace within you. And this is very financial in nature. I'm not even getting into, I think this is more of the social justice component of the reading, right? Because this is boundaries again, but this is more really taking action around the boundaries that you want to set in your life. And there's a lot of energy in this card. And the moon, the moon's on the shoulders of this knight, or whatever, the soldier, whoever this person is in their armor, is really like this boundary setting, this creating balance is really driven very deeply within intuition. Like there is this intuition about what right is, what right boundaries are for yourself. And it's really about making sure you're clear on what those boundaries are, what you stand for. Being very clear on what you stand for. I would like some advice for this over here, because this is a space that I'm feeling right now where, I don't want to be feeling hopeless and like there's never going to be this, future where there's a lot of joy and happiness, where I can, live in a life where I feel comfortable. I realize I'm going back and forth between I and you. It's all the same energy. Yeah, and a lot of my mental energy is distracted into this kind of fiery, passionate, like, what can I do? What can I do? Sort of thing. But then also balanced by, am I just, a cog in a wheel? How I want to take a step back and use reason. I've got the 6 of Swords sideways here. Leaving that here. It's probably off camera a little bit. Which is, it's not clarifying for me, I can tell you that, because it's like, do I move on from this energy or do I stay in this energy? And it's this, the card is saying the same thing. Okay, let's look for some advice. Can I get some advice? What does my higher self, our higher self, those of us in this energy, what does our higher self want us to know? Whoa. We got a lot. I'm going to look at all these cards, but I don't know that these are all the cards. We do have this Hanged Man. We have Judgment. We have 9 of Cups. We have 2 of Wands reversed. And we have 9 of Wands. Ooh, those are all... big cards. Okay, I am putting these back in the deck because I would like to make sure we get a very clear message, and if any of those come back, that's for us. Can I get one card from higher self? There we go. we've got the Two of Swords in reverse. Okay, I hate to say it, but I feel like for me, this Two of Swords in reverse is very much related to this growth card. And it's like maybe having this expectation of peace in the current environment is part of the problem. Like maybe shifting my mindset is the better approach, because peace might not be on the table right now. I might never feel okay about the current circumstances or situation, even in the future. No one knows what the future is going to hold, but I guess coming to terms with uncertainty. Wow. Any advice? We've got the Ace of Swords in reverse. We've got the Five of Swords. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Yuck. Yuck. Ah, okay. I took a moment to pause and really reflect on these, because of course my initial look is like Ace of Swords in reverse, defeat, Seven of Pentacles in reverse, yuck, I don't like this. But like taking a minute to pause and not like injecting my expectations and really thinking, okay, what is this saying? I think the advice is saying that all of the information isn't on the table yet. There's more information that's coming. And yes, there's a lot of confusion and disharmony right now. But there's a level of disinformation that's pervasive. And it doesn't mean defeat. Someone's going to win and someone's going to lose. There is going to be conflict and a winner and a loser. But then we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And I actually feel like a lot of hope when I see this, because, you know, it's like a fulfillment. Almost like this is giving an energy of having patience. Which is not what I want to do, but okay, do we have any more clarification? Ten of Wands, this feeling of betrayal, this hard work. Well, betrayal is more the Ten of Swords, but with these swords here, this hard work around this experience, it feels like hard work, hard mental work. And we've got the Devil reverse as well. So maybe for a lot of us, this is the growth that's coming out of this experience is kind of disconnecting ourselves from this consumer energy, like this over consumerism, this focus that's too strong on, you know, getting what we want at a moment's notice because it's at a touch of a finger, you know, and disconnecting from that a little bit. Understanding that we're in this place where there's some uncertainty. So how can you bring balance and security into your own life. And one of the ways you can do is, as difficult as it may be, which is what growth is about, exploring ways to not focus heavily on spending in areas where you do feel like it is a need, but it's really more of a want, not a need. You need food, shelter, water, right? You need to be able to work. You need to be able to clothe yourself, all those sorts of things. But what do you really need? Kind of a check on that sort of thing. What can you take a step back from? What can you replace that maybe you're spending on with something that's less expensive? How do you take charge and create boundaries and protect your world by making sure you're standing by what you feel that you're here for, like standing by being true to yourself. And doing that in a state of, hey, it's going to remain uncertain, but this is within my control. This is who I am. This is what I stand for. This is what I'm going to do to create the peace that I can create around finances in my life. This is what I'm going to do to create the peace that I can create around who I am and what this means for me and my family. This is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to accept that the world around me might be feeling uncertain and chaotic, but that doesn't mean that I am uncertain and chaotic. It doesn't mean that all information is on the table. And maybe what I can do out of this experience, what's underlying this lack of truth, this dishonesty, is seek various sources, lots of resources for information and for knowledge, grow, expand, learn new things. Maybe those things are hobbies, activities, new connections, new community that falls outside of the scope of consumerism, growing, expanding my world, your world, in a way that disconnects from feeling like you're a hamster on a wheel generating financial wealth for someone else, no wealth for yourself, no control over your life. I mean, long story short, I feel this is about bringing the focus inward into like a smaller circle of like your own life and what you can control in your life, and making dramatic choices and shifts, being clear on what you stand for. Like, I have very clear right now, I'm not going to give examples of what I would like to do, but I have very clear visions as I'm talking through this and feeling this energy and reading this about what I am going to go do for myself and how I'm going to change the choices that I make and the actions that I take to kind of disconnect from some of this energy here. I'm disconnecting from media more, disconnecting from spending on mindless, worthless, trivial things, maybe more experiences and less things, in the coming years. Setting boundaries around working so hard, even, because you work hard so you can have the things, and the things are kind of the devil here, and creating all of this uncertainty and disharmony. Yeah, okay, so I gotta say, for me, I came into this feeling very negative and hopeless, and I do have some encouragement around it. I do see the shifts in the growth piece, and I like it. I like marching orders. I like having ideas, and I do. I personally have a lot of ideas. So anyway, I hope that sharing my reading resonated with some of you, and maybe you got something from it.